Okay, so now we're sorting out the rear cross member that comes in the 910 Bluebird, also common to the 280ZX and I believe the R30 Skyline, but I'm not quite sure exactly what changes are in them, but they seem to be somewhat similar. So in regards to the bush, so this is the standard one, well, the OEM one that came with it. It's like stuff now, but so initially we imported from Japan I guess the only option available at this point in time. They don't make these anymore. This is the one that you can get now. I'll actually upload the details for this. I'll put it in the detailed description. So this is the one you can get at the moment. If we have a bit of a look, you can see slight differences. Like the OD seems to be the same. I haven't pressed them in, but there's a bit of a difference. Like there's a recess on the underside. And then if we flip it over, we can see that crush tube in there. Flip it over. And line it up kind of roughly sitting on there. The crush tube sits further up on this one compared to the OEM one, the standard one that came in it. And plus it's rubber, so I wasn't happy how soft it is. Like it's designed for a standard car that's, you know, putting out whatever, you know, 50 horsepower, who knows. Anyway, so moving on. So this is the underside of the car where that bolts up. It has this little washer. So this is the one that I got from Japan as well. You can still get these and that'll bolt straight up there. That's how it kind of works. That way, I believe. But you can also see it's, yeah, soft rubber and it's got a fair bit of flex in it. So decided to look at other options. Other options that people are doing are getting the V35 Skyline caster bush, I believe that is, but the number's there from Whiteline. And that's these bad boys here with a huge thick crush tube in them. But that's an option. They're fitting these and then just trimming them up to suit. I won't actually press this one in, but flip it around. So yeah, they're fitting these, trimming them up, press them in. I don't press them in because I've got, yeah, but I'm don't want them in at the moment. I'm not using them, so, but yeah, they'll go in and you can check out the measurements online anyway. Whiteline has all the details, so yeah, that's an option guys are using and just trimming it up, putting washers on it, and that seems to be an option if you want to go that way. But once I got these, I found a guy that would actually he made some bushes up. So I believe this is something similar to delrin. It's actually, I think it's Wearlawn or something it's called. But I think it's basically the same stuff anyway, but I'll put that details in the description again. So he made these up and basically just took the measurements. Kind of just took the measurements, like the stock measurements there, and he's made them up two different thicknesses there. So yeah, you got some adjustability in there because these two bushes don't actually touch each other, which they don't have to. So yeah, whether you sort of want to run it that way or that way, there's different options there to kind of get that you know, the distance between the cross member and the floor that you're after. So I've gone that way. These are obviously like similar to a delrin, so they are hard, you know, solid mount, so there isn't much giving them. So just to confirm that OD of the bush. So give you guys some measurements, just so you can confirm with yours. So looking at about 60 mil there. Yep, so 60 mil OD. The ones that came in, I think the R30 Skylines and some of the other ones, they had a bigger one, like 72 mil or something, or actually maybe 76 mil, they got a bigger one. So it's quite hard to source bushes for, you know, for this cross member in particular, not being in the most popular make of model of you know, Nissan or Datsun. So yeah, those are the ones, those are the options. You can order these ones from Japan still. You can order that from Japan, V35 caster bush. That's the option. And then, you know, if you can find something that can make up like a delrin or something, similar, like a solid bush, and you're happy going solid, then that's an option as well. The last one I've seen is guys actually purchasing 300ZX Z31 bushes, which they're bigger OD again, but they're actually getting them cut down to that 60, so they'll fit. So that's a fourth option. But there's no real easy option at the moment. You just have to sort of pick and choose what you're after and go that way. So just confirm a few more measurements for you guys at home, just if you want to check. So I'll just take a measurement just from the side, from that side there, outside cross member, and just run across. Because there are some variations in these cross members. I'm not quite sure what variations there are, but there are differences. So that's 11 there. Yep. And between the trailing arm mounts, these can be out a little bit, so because they're old, they get bent and stuff. And then distance between these two. That's that. And these bowling patterns, they're all the same for the R200 long nose diff. Well, originally this one came with an R180 in it, but now it's getting the old stronger R200. So there you have it. There's all the options that I've been looking at. It's been a bit of a process to go through these, but in the end I'm going to go these ones, and then if I want, I can always go back to this if I'm not happy with how these turn out, because they are a solid mount, so there's not going to be as much give. So definitely it's a give in the rubber. The poly bushes, like, obviously a lot better than the rubber, and these, like, basically nothing in them at all. So thanks for tuning in, and hope you guys tune in for the next videos coming up shortly. Thanks.